3 women are accused of witchcraft and brought to a priest for judgment. The priest coerces them into confessing, claiming they are responsible for the plague. Despite their confessions, the priest orders them to be hanged, believing that their deaths will cleanse the region of their supposed evil. The 3 women are hanged on a bridge. After their deaths, the priest instructs his assistant to ensure that they are truly dead by performing a ritual and throwing their bodies into the river. This involves reading from a holy text to exorcise any lingering evil. When the priest inspects the bodies, the last woman reveals her supernatural nature. She springs back to life, terrifyingly animated, and strangles the priest before escaping. This horrifying moment confirms that at least one of the women was indeed a witch, setting the stage for the supernatural conflict that drives the movie. Behmen and Felsen are loyal knights who have fought for the church during the Crusades for years, believing they are serving God by vanquishing enemies deemed heretics. However, their faith in the righteousness of their cause begins to crumble after a pivotal battle. With no regard for mercy or justice, witnessing the slaughter of innocents deeply troubles Behmen. His faith in the church as a righteous institution is shattered as he realizes that the line between divine justice and human cruelty has been blurred. Behmen and Felsen desert the Crusades and begin wandering as rogue knights. They are pursued by church authorities for desertion, but their primary concern is to avoid further complicity in what they now see as unjustified violence. They travel through desolate villages and towns ravaged by the Black Plague. The disease has devastated entire populations, leaving death, despair, and fear in its wake. This journey exposes them to the horrors that the world is enduring and reinforces their disillusionment with the church, which continues to claim divine authority amid the chaos. While traveling, they come across a town overwhelmed by the plague. The suffering and death they witness there deeply affect them. It is in this town that they are recognized as deserters by church officials and are subsequently captured. Behmen and Felsen are brought before Cardinal d'Ambroise, a high-ranking church official who is gravely ill with the plague. Instead of punishing them as deserters, the cardinal offers them a chance at redemption. He tasks them with escorting a suspected witch, Anna, to a remote monastery where the monks will perform a ritual to determine if she is truly a witch and, if so, to destroy her powers. The church believes Anna is responsible for the plague, accusing her of using her supernatural abilities to spread the disease. Behmen is initially skeptical of her guilt but agrees to take on the mission in exchange for the cardinal's assurance that she will receive a fair trial. Anna is locked in a cage, and her appearance and demeanor create uncertainty. She denies the accusations against her, appearing frightened and vulnerable. Despite her protests, the church officials and some members of the group remain convinced she is a witch. Behmen, Felsen, and a small group of companions set out on the perilous journey to transport Anna to the monastery. De Belzac, a devout priest who firmly believes Anna is a witch responsible for the plague and insists on strict adherence to church protocols. Eckhart, a grieving knight who has lost his family to the plague. His grief fuels his anger toward Anna, whom he blames for the disease. Hagamar, a local guide with knowledge of the treacherous terrain. He is coerced into joining the mission under the threat of execution for his past crimes. Kay, a young knight in training eager to prove himself. His youthful idealism contrasts with the hardened perspectives of Behmen and Felsen. The group sets out on the treacherous path to the remote monastery, which is several days' travel away. The terrain is rugged, and the journey is made more perilous by the lingering effects of the plague and reports of strange happenings in the region. Anna exhibits strange, otherworldly behavior. She seems to know things about the group's pasts and their fears, often eerily predicting what will happen next. She also shows unnatural strength and agility, which raises further concerns about her true nature. Throughout the journey, Anna maintains that she is innocent, and some members of the group, particularly Behmen, start to believe her. Though others remain skeptical, they become increasingly divided over Anna's guilt. De Belzac and Eckhart are adamant that she is a witch, while Behmen remains determined to ensure she receives a fair trial. The ambiguity surrounding Anna's guilt or innocence deepens the story's tension. The journey will test the group's beliefs as they face unexplainable events that suggest supernatural forces at play. The group camps for the night. When Anna attacks Eckhart, grabs his key to her cage, and escapes, the group discovers that Anna is missing. and they immediately begin searching for her. The search for her leads the group to a mass grave. The group quickly realizes that the village has been ravaged by the plague. This is evident from the signs of decay and the presence of bodies strewn across the streets. The villagers' deaths are not from natural causes, but rather from a deadly, rapid disease that has claimed many lives in the area. As they search the village, Anna's presence begins to haunt the group. The plague, previously believed to be a natural phenomenon, is now understood to be tied to darker, more sinister forces. Eckhart begins having visions of his dead daughter calling to him until he accidentally impales himself on Kay's drawn sword. When Anna is recaptured, she explains that she only ran away for fear of priest. As the journey progresses, it becomes clear that Anna is not just a witch, but a demon-possessed woman. The demon has been manipulating the group, using Anna to carry out its dark plans. The demon's power over Anna grows stronger, and it eventually takes control of her actions. They reach a rickety suspension bridge that they must cross. As they begin crossing the bridge, the creaking and instability of the old structure become more apparent. The group moves cautiously, with each step making the bridge sway under the weight of the travelers. The tension escalates when the bridge seems to become more fragile with every move. Anna saves Kay from falling, grabbing him with unnatural strength. Suddenly, part of the bridge gives way, causing them to lose balance. The fragile structure starts to collapse as they struggle to maintain their footing. Once they safely cross the bridge, the group is visibly shaken by the experience. The collapse of the bridge is not only a physical setback but also a psychological one. It is clear that the journey ahead will not be easy, and the group's resolve is tested further. The group enters the dark forest. The most significant aftereffect of the bridge collapse is the growing suspicion surrounding Anna. The group starts to question whether she is merely an innocent girl caught in the chaos or if she is actively using supernatural powers to influence their fate. Hagamar attempts to kill Anna, only to be stopped by the others. Anna appears to summon packs of wolves. Suddenly, a pack of wolves appears. Surrounding the group, the wolves seem unusually aggressive, and seem to be acting with a coordinated, almost unnatural intelligence. They chase the group and kill Hagamar. After the wolf attack, they become even more suspicious of Anna. An enraged Behmen tries to kill her but is stopped by de Belzac and Felsen, who point to their destination on a nearby summit. At the monastery, the men discover that all the monks have succumbed to the plague. They locate the ancient Book of Solomon filled with the holy rituals used to defeat evil. De Belzac begins speaking about the ritual used on witches, just as Anna, in a demonic voice, begins recounting Behmen's horror at crusader cruelties. Realizing that she is not a witch, but has been possessed by a demon, he frantically performs an exorcism. The demon, possessing Anna, melts the cage's metal and escapes while fighting off the knights. When de Belzac throws a container of holy water on it, the demon flies away. As the men search for it, they realize it is not trying to escape, but to destroy the book so that nothing can kill it. They find a room where the monks were making copies for others to use. The demon destroys the copies and possesses the dead monks to use as weapons. The three men fight the monks' possessed corpses. As de Belzac continues the exorcism ritual, the demon snaps de Belzac's neck and incinerates Felsen. As Kay continues the ritual, weakening it, Behmen fights the demon and is mortally wounded. Kay finishes the exorcism ritual and the demon is consumed by holy fire. Behmen asks Kay to keep Anna safe just before he dies. Behmen sacrifices himself to defeat the demon and protect Anna, who is revealed to have been an innocent girl manipulated by the dark force. After their fallen friends are buried, Anna asks Kay to tell her about the men who saved her. They both leave the monastery, with the Book of Solomon safely in Kay's possession. With the demon vanquished, the plague begins to subside. Anna, now free of the demon's influence, expresses gratitude. Kay, the sole survivor of the original group, buries his fallen comrades and resolves to honor their sacrifice. If you enjoyed diving deep into the story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated.